goal for Tottenham Hotspur. The broadest Slovenian smile you would ever have seen.
What exactly are you looking for? The goals? The miss? The knockouts? Transfer?
Talk about the bad apples. Rate United's transfer window so far.
But if you don't sort that keeper out in the midfield, we are screwed for the season.
The VAR decision?
As Cassani leads on him, penalty! That is a massive decision. What a huge decision given by Michael Oliver.
The glory or the upset. Empires are built and taken down. Everyone is always on a mission. Now you sabi waiting carry you come outside.
It's a season-defining call, nothing short of that.
Tune into Echo FM 100.7 every weekday, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. for Echo Sports. Echo Sports. And final score on Saturday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. with the sports chef Noble for fresh updates in football, basketball, tennis, athletics, and all interesting developments in the ever scintillating world of sports. Once there is an echo, we are there on cue.
Oh my goodness, you cannot write the script for this, Rob. This is unbelievable stuff. Look at the faces.
Good evening, and I've been saying I speak Spanish, but before, my name remains Noble Chigozrim. Let me add that. You understand? People were like, what's going on? Chigozrim Bueze. Noble the sports chef, Noble the light. And I don't do this alone. I have my Wisabi, the man who would give you wisdom. He will give you knowledge. He will also give you understanding.
It's not only fun that can wine. All right, good evening to you, Noble Sports Chef. Good evening to you, our wonderful listener out there. My name is Kachi Sports. My friends also call me Man Wesabi, but I'm also known as Kachi Nwagogo, KNO. Either one you call me, I am pretty around. And then I just want to welcome you to yet another pulsating, scintillating, and breathtaking edition of Echo Sports. It is Tuesday, the 21st day of the month of July, and we're ready to take you through the world of sports, just like Noble has introduced already. If that Argentine journalist is angry, if I were him, I'll just go and slap Infantino and collect the award.
No, we don't preach violence. You understand? We don't preach violence. No. You know, nowadays everything where they happen for field of play, if you do finish for field of play, they will enter court.
But so why didn't they? I should say FIFA don't enter court to charge all the Spanish players that started beating up.
So the Argentine players, they are looking into it.
Yes,
you know, they are looking into it.
Spanish players.
You don't talk about that one, no?
The one we talk now.
You don't talk about them because
go sit down.
May go court. You know, we are no longer playing football alone. We are now playing. We are going. Football is now political. It's also going into the judicial. Very soon, football go executive. So starting off today's program, we are looking at the run that Heartland Queens, over the landladies, Imo landladies. Anyhow you put down, they put out a gallant run. Went through the state's FA tournament, the draws, and they went through. They survived the scare in the finals of that Imo State President Federation's Cup tourney, and ultimately 2 goals down against Ikokoma women, and they came through valiantly. 5-goal thriller, 3-2. That game ended. From there, they went over to the national level, and gradually they were climbing. 6-0, 7-0. I just need a goal everywhere. And when it got tough, it looked like they were going to be blown away, but they fought so hard and got into the finals where they met Nasarawa Amazons, and ultimately they scored first in that final.
They took the lead in that game.
They took the lead in that particular game, but as probably Lady Luck didn't actually side them on that particular day.
Anybody's game.
The game went into penalties after Amazons equalized, and ultimately it seems like they need to do better, because in a situation you can't finish off at 90 minutes, you always have a plan B. In a situation you don't have plan B, in a situation that plan B doesn't work, have plan C. You just always have plans. But ultimately, going into the penalty shootouts, the Heartland Queens, they lost that President's Federation's Cup finals, and ultimately a couple of people have been going on. Koala Hanka, they've done well. So in that vein, a lot of people have come through. They've been showing massive respect and actually saying kudos for this run. Kudos to Coach Obiokbala. Kudos to the ladies, the landladies. And as well, in that vein, Sports Writers Association of Nigeria Imo State chapter came through and stated that we are not just going to clap for them, but we also need to make sure that they are recognized by those at the top, people at the upper echelon. We need to ensure that everyone gets to know about their valiant and gallant run to the finals of the President's Federation's Cup. Just this small thing, okay, on a continental ticket.
Yeah, definitely.
So with that, they said that they are looking at the Imo State government to officially host the team in recognition of their historic achievement. So this score was contained in a press statement which was jointly signed by the chairman of Imo SWAN, Cosmos Chukwuemeka, and the secretary Tunde Liadi, and they stated that we've looked at this, we've deliberated, we've given them a round of applause, but ultimately, you know, I get executive handshake.
I think, yeah, you can call it executive handshake, but I think it's what it is. People said that the governor of Nasarawa was there in the final. Our own wasn't there, but the commissioner of sports was there, talking about
a couple of notable individuals from Nasarawa were there.
Anyway, our own, the person that I know, the prominent sports person that we know, number one is the sports commissioner, Honorable Obi Noyocha. He was there. But then now that these girls have, like you said earlier on, conquered the state, went to the nation, almost conquered. It's not easy when they move through the round of 60-something, round of 32, quarterfinal, round of 16, quarterfinal, got to the final, to the lead, but then the game ended in a penalty shootout, and it ended 6-5. Penalty shootout. That means these girls fought gallantly. I think the least thing that the government of Imo State can do for them is to welcome them, like you said earlier on, give them that executive handshake, encourage them, because like we always say here, as we say in Igbo. So, I mean, the association talking about SWAN Imo State is calling on the government of Imo State to please losing the trophy is a heartbreaking thing, no doubt about that, but the government of Imo State should rally around and do a homecoming, appreciation for these girls. The essence of it is to encourage them. Now that you have been in the final, go further. Try further. We all see in the Premier League how many times Arsenal came close. But due to correct, steady encouragement, constant pushing and urging, finally they've gotten the Premier League, and it's possible for them to also get other trophies. What we're saying is, SWAN Imo State is calling on the Imo State government to reach out to these girls, and to the not just the players. I mean the whole Heartland Queens management together. There should be no matter how little it is, there should be a gala night for them. That's the truth. This gala night may not just be to tell them thank you for coming second, but at least thank you for making the state proud. It's been a long time
and also
coming.
preach the future. You've gotten to the finals of the Federation Cup. There is the Super Six.
Yes.
You couldn't make it to the Super Six this year. You can make it to the Super Six next
time.
year.
That would be a big encouragement. So is a a wake up call. Swan is not only calling this because when you welcome these girls, like you said, when you speak to the future for them, you're not only speaking for them, you're also speaking for the future of football.
So how about soccer dimpa ngwano kekelekwa ha, you understand, when not just I'm also calling on notable individuals in the state to also join this extend and put out thank you, you've done well, and look at where we can improve and look at how far we can go. They were resilient, they fought so hard, and Swan Imo came out and said that they are commending the resilience and determination that was shown by Coach Obi Ogbala's team throughout the competition, and putting out an outstanding performance that has projected Imo State positively on the national stage. In women's football, definitely they'll know that looking at how far they've gone, they are a team to reckon with.
Definitely.
And going into Super 6, going into next season, definitely we should have the target of making it into the Super 6. We didn't really have a shabby performance in the league this season, and we didn't have not too great performance in the season, but regardless, next season is also there for the taking. So we have looked at the good news that has come through from Imo State, but right now they say that it's appointed for a man to be born and also a time to die. So with this same association, as well as when many notable individuals in the sporting ecosystem of Imo State, they've come through and they have laid their tributes, they've laid their condolences to the family of the former Heartland FC general manager, talking about late Promise Nwachukwu. So the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, they've come through and they have put out, they've paid their tribute to the former general manager in a press statement, which is co-signed by the chairman and also the secretary, Kosochukwemeka and Tunde Liedi, respectively. The Imo SWAN chairman averred that Nwachukwu dedicated many years of his life to the growth of Heartland FC and made significant contributions to Nigerian football through his various administrative roles, including the service as coordinator of the NPFL Club Owners Association. He didn't just grow Heartland FC and also grassroots football, but he went through to put out his expertise into Nigerian football, coming up from the grassroots and also looking forward to what they say the sky is so big that every bird can fly without any kind of obstruction, and definitely this is what Promise Nwachukwu came through preaching, and also looking at building Imo sports, building Imo football, and at this moment he is no more.
Yeah, he's no more. Let's not forget that Promise was talking about FA Cup, we said earlier on. He was one of the administrators or one of those that handled Heartland, and under him, Heartland were able to win the FA Cup, I think on double occasion. I mean, if you come to, he's a man that worked with what he has. What he has, I mean, is he worked within the working environment he saw himself, talking about Imo State football working body. So he did a lot, interaction with him when he was still the chairman of Heartland FC. I think that was during the time of late, Coach Obi. I had meeting with both of them once. That was after the season that Heartland got relegated before B, himself, also left us scandalously.
So looking at Ase, and looking at how things have come through, Swan Imo noted that while the death of the loved one is also always painful, the family should take solace in the exemplary life that the mother of the NLO chairman has lived, and they prayed, and we all are praying that for the peaceful repose of her soul, and encourage the bereaved family to remain steadfast in faith during this difficult period.
Definitely a great woman who has given us a veteran in football administration that gets to the level of being the Ogapatapata in NLO. I mean,
second division of Nigerian football.
You should understand that it's not that woman is a special, that womb is a special womb, and definitely, like you said earlier on, we all are mourning the death of that woman. But for Imo SWAN, we also understand the fact that George himself is from here, so the body is echoing out their heart. Their condolences are going to the family of George Alu, his friends and families, and to all Nigerians, football loving Nigerians, because we've lost a woman who gave us somebody who is an astute administrator and who is doing very well representing his family, Imo State, and Nigeria at large.
Okay, and also with that, remember that you are listening to Echo FM, Echo 100.7 FM. This is Echo Sports. We are live on Facebook, so you can go onto Facebook, Echo FM, ECHO FM, as well as going over to Echo 100.7 FM on Facebook, on YouTube. Follow us if you've not followed us, as well as ensure that 6:30 to 7:30 we are coming up live. We are going to give you the very best of everything that's coming through the world of sports. Spain winning the World Cup, Arsenal winning the Premier League, Barcelona winning the Spanish La Liga, Bayern Munich winning the German Bundesliga, and also going over to seeing Mbappe winning the highest goal scorer in Champions League, highest goal scorer in the Spanish La Liga, and also highest goal scorer consecutively. He has won the highest goal scorers gong in the World Cup tournament. It seems like no one can really stop him. And as it stands now, with 22 goals, he is the overall highest goal scorer going into this World Cup. He was behind. Miroslav Klose was
the number one.
Was the number one with 17 goals.
Yes.
And after the World Cup, 2 players
have overtaken
Miroslav Klose.
That's how crazy this World Cup was. I told you guys so many records. A guy who was wearing 19 in 2007 and betted a baby in this particular year on the 19th of July. The guy wearing 19 again. Who is
19 years?
Had to win that particular trophy. I mean, it's a crazy World Cup. I must confess. And despite the shortcomings, despite the some of the very funny officiating and so many things that happen at the World Cup, the overall
drama plenty.
Yeah, drama plenty. But overall, like I always say, football won at the end of the day. It ended in praise, as they will say in the Christian world. It ended in praise, But at the end of the day, we will not stop talking about that because so many things are unfolding with respect to that particular World Cup. I remember, a particular actor, Jackson by name, has said that no black man should have supported, before that final, should support Argentina because Argentina killed blacks. And the former, lawmaker for Argentina has come out earlier today to say that it was not true, and all this going back and forth. Remember, Mbappe himself was once attacked by a Paraguayan, politician when they beat Paraguay, and he made a statement. So
going through this World Cup.
So many, funny things that all happened during this World Cup. Maybe, sometimes after the World Cup, some of these things will begin to unfold and sink better. So as we go, before the league start proper, I believe that so many other unfolding stories follow up. We're not talking about the pro World Cup incidents or the main World Cup incidents that will culminate into what's going to happen to the pro World Cup incidents. But at the end of the day, I'm personally very, very excited how the World Cup, ended. That's just the truth.
And how it has ended is that 2 great players that we know will no longer
be part of this thing.
They're not going to participate at the World Cup anymore. Talking about Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo.
You cannot change the conversation.
You can we're just putting it out to know that these are 2 people that have dominated for over 2 decades plus. You understand? Someone played to 41, the other played to 38. You can actually see it's very, very difficult because you see 2 people who refuse to give up. And with that, talking about Lionel Messi, we told you about a certain Argentine journalist that came out and stated some people said that he's just running his mouth, or does he know? The professionals have looked at it, they've checked the specifics, and then he's coming out and say that the specifics that throughout the, according to him, almost 1 million passes that he gave, he doesn't have an assist. At the end of the day, he gives the body ball.
If I may ask this question, sometimes, let's be sincere. On Sunday, Argentina, we are nowhere to be found. Lionel Messi...
Messi was nowhere to be found.
No. Let me also... Because when you talk about Argentina, you can't take away Messi. To be frank, Messi has been the shoulder carrying them so many times and on so many occasions.
Who scored past Argentina at this tournament?
You understand? So, now, they were nowhere to be found. I mean, the Spanish La Roja reduced them to an average team. In fact, some pundits are asking, with what the Spanish La Roja did to Argentina in the final, how did they even make it to the final? And that will now begin to, raise up a lot of questions.
They struggled to the final.
Yes. And that will begin to raise a lot of questions with respect to the officiating that most people, myself one of them, were pointing at during the process that led us to the final. But the final, I don't understand how people will always want the goalposts to be adjusted to their favor. Let me say why I'm saying this. We can always drop sentiments apart sometimes and be frank for once. If this journalist is basing the whole award on how many goals and assists made, then Kylian Mbappe should have been the one winning this particular golden ball.
He scored more. He's the highest goal scorer. He also has assists. So goal contribution is there.
Almost something with the same with Messi. Understand? So, but at the end of the day, the professionals that have looked at this thing and football is beginning to readjust. Maybe that's why I said that we can begin to change the conversation. I love what just happened. For us to know that there are players that are working their ass out. They may not be scoring the goals. Are you with me? They may not be scoring the goal, but they are working very hard. They are doing everything, carrying the team along quietly and silently. Let's all be frank about it. Rodri deserves this particular award because he was the shoulder. Though he wasn't scoring goals, but he was the one that brought the balance.
The first line of defense before you actually see the defenders.
The defenders. And he wasn't only doing the defensive, this
he was
job.
Also connecting the dots.
Thank you very much. Driving the game forward, pushing attacks. When there are occasions that the Spanish themselves seem to lose inspiration in tough games as to going forward. Go and check. The man who was driving them forward was still the same man.
Their leader,
Rodri. Now, the way he even pocketed Messi and every other Argentine player, the kind of game he played was equivalent to the kind of game that Zinedine Zidane played against the Brazilian side in 2006 in Germany. That was in the quarterfinal. Zidane neutralized the Brazilian midfielders, and they were looking for the ball.
One thing, when you're putting that comparison, one thing with Zinedine Zidane is that he has the flair.
That's what
he
I'm
has
telling you.
The dribble.
That's what I'm telling you.
But now, when you see a certain Rodri is not that skillful. He's not that skillful midfielder for you. You can see. I'm just bringing up this thing. Yeah. You can see Rodri. You see Sergio Busquets. At some points, can also put in Mikel Obi of Nigeria. They don't have that skillful footwork and everything, but they are always they start off an attack. It starts with them. Going down to major incidents that happen, going into attack or chances created, it starts with them. You can actually see how they break comfortably. They hold the line, holding midfielders. They break presses that the opposition bring comfortably.
Also watch out for dangerous attacks and make sure they
read the game beautifully.
Line. Now, if you take that game also, that guy wasn't only holding Messi, he was cutting off all the supply lines.
He's not the fastest.
Yes.
He's not the most skillful.
But he was very good at dictating the rhythm of the game. Like I said, he was responsible for cutting off all the channels, all the supplies, because it's when he supplied to Messi that he asked, isn't it? So he was cutting off all the supplies. So what I'm saying in effect is, for this journalist, he has every reason to accuse FIFA.
Opinion is free.
When some of us were crying based on some officiating that favored the Argentine along the line, so many people but I have to say this at this moment. You see, now that we're saying this thing, we are analyzing the final, isn't it? But there are people that will sit out there now, they'll be assuming that now that you've said Argentina. People don't even want you to analyze a match involving Messi and Argentina, because immediately you do it and say what you would have said in any other match that involved another person. They'll start bringing the Messi and Ronaldo dichotomy.
Talking about this, there is a particular statement that this journalist talking about Antonio Sepa. That's the name of the Argentine journalist. He accused FIFA of showing a complete lack of sensitivity by failing to hand the award to Messi. In his own words, not because the Spaniard, now talking about Rodri, not because the Spaniard is a bad player, but simply because Lionel Messi was the heart and soul of Argentina and the World Cup.
You can see that now.
So because Messi is the heart of Argentina. Then they carry the golden ball. Give him.
But what Lionel Messi is the heart of Argentina, not the heart of the football.
At the same time, many people are crying that they should bring out specifics how person they win these individual awards. Now, for Golden Boot, we know that it is highest goal scorer.
That was clear. That's clear.
For Golden Glove, clean sheet, highest
clear.
clean sheet, regardless of how the team,
the game went.
or certain times you see teams
How
that when you go into the league, you see someone that probably he didn't not be carry league, but based off on clean sheets, the goalkeeper takes the Golden Glove. You understand?
Yes.
The technicalities are there, and then when you look at Fair Play Award, they look at cards, they look at how you've contributed to the game, and that is how the Netherlands were given the Fair Play Award. And when you go into Golden Ball, and also looking at the Ballon d'Or and some other individual trophies, what are the specifics to winning this particular award? And people are crying. Let us know the specifics. Ya raw goals. Gagwani. Amanasi onye obulanye carry goal. Oya America. Ya raw assists. Ya can goal and assist. Person where get highest goal contribution. They carry and give them. You understand?
No, but the truth of the matter is this. That's why I told you earlier on. If you check very, very well, you also find out occasions where they have given awards to Messi and people are shouting. We can talk about 2010. We can talk about other years. We can also see other times. Okay, the last award was supposed to be given to Vinicius Junior, remember? But it was given to this same Rodri. Reportedly. But you understand? So, just like, I'm just trying to add to what you're saying. Because that year, Vinicius Junior finished everybody. But somewhere, they said because of character. Listen to me, oh. Because of his
of character and temperament.
That was why they denied him. So, now, why is this person now coming to talk? Why didn't he talk? Are you getting what I'm saying? If somebody, for Vinny's own, he even delivered football-wise. But just because of personal attitude. What I'm saying is this. The owners and the organizers, like you said, should make some things clear. It's even like this Ballon d'Or thing. I've always said this. If you check the Ballon d'Or, I think at the particular, when Messi started doing very well in this tournament, they said,
they put him into the conversation, Ballon d'Or. And then the official page of the organizers of Ballon d'Or have stated that whether you are in Europe or outside Europe, you qualify to win the Ballon d'Or.
So you see, now, people will not talk, but if that award is given to somebody who is outside Europe, people start saying, what did he do? Did he play the Champions League? What I'm trying to say in effect is this. Please, what is good for the geese is also good for the gander. If this award has been given to Rodri, it is deserving and it should be left that way.
If they are giving it to Tom, they should also give to Dick and Harry.
That's it.
Remember, this is Echo Sports right here on Echo 100.7 FM. We are the fresh sports people. We are the fresh news people. We are the fresh everything. You understand? Fresh off from Mexico, Canada, and United States. We are heading over to Morocco. Yes, Morocco. Our AFCON is here. Women's African Cup of Nations. It was postponed. Remember, we normally tell you it can be delayed, but it cannot be denied. A banter delayed is not banter denied.
At all.
A WAFCON delayed is not WAFCON denied. Super Falcons, understand that there is a gravity to this WAFCON that they are going to play. 5 days to the WAFCON, you understand? And by next week, Tuesday, Super Falcons of Nigeria will be up against debutants. Tanzania for their first game to kickstart their defense of the WAFCON title. They have an opportunity to make it 11 WAFCON titles. Currently, with 10 WAFCON trophies, they are the most successful. Not just in women's football, but in men's football. When it comes down to the number of trophies won, the number of WAFCON trophies won, the women's footballing world of Nigeria, they are dominating. Because as it stands now, under 20 for women, they've qualified for the under 20 World Cup. Under 17, same thing. You understand? So as of yesterday, we're going to get there. As of early today, as of yesterday, yes. WAFU B competing for the under 20 boys. They are defending champions. We're going to give you updates concerning that they landed in the whole city and they are preparing for their title defense. Now, also going over to how prepared the players are. Michelle Alozie, as of yesterday, we told you about the fact that she was there in the United States watching the final between Spain and Argentina. And we're like, I was like, no, the NFF, they need to do something.
Yeah. But
they need to do something, you understand? 6 games, 6 days to 5 days to the AFCON, to the WAFCON, and you are watching the finals of, yes, it's a global event, but definitely, responsibility should come first before pleasure, because that's definitely pleasure, as you can understand. So, Michelle Alozie, as of last night, arrived at the Super Falcons training camp ahead of the WAFCON 2026 title defense. And as of today, earlier today, Ijimiliasu, she joined the Super Falcons camp as they are preparing. Honestly, they are putting everything together. Justin Madago, he has won going into just few months to the WAFCON. He took over the reins from Randy Waldrum, and he did brilliantly well. Going into the finals, we actually have to give him kudos to the character and also the fighting spirit that the Super Falcons put out in that game. Jennifer Chegni, we have to give her kudos to her performance in that encounter. Though certain people started crying foul at the WAFCON when it comes down to the fact that a golden ball where we talk about, where we see person we get goals and assists in the Super Falcons, but they carry and give Moroccan woman. But we said no wahala, no problem. May we carry our own. They go. And also looking at the best player in the women's game, they still carry and give Moroccan. We say no problem, we they go. So right now we are definitely fighting for the World Cup right now, as the fact that the 4 teams that make it to the semi-finals at the WAFCON, they will be representing the African continent at the World Cup. And two teams in the quarterfinals, they would go on to play the qualifiers. You understand? They will play qualifiers to add up. I think one slot add up to see if they can make it through. The way DR Congo made it through the qualifiers to make up the 10 slots for the 9 automatic slots for CAF going into the World Cup, and then DR Congo made it 10 based off the fact they made it through to the through World Cup qualifying rounds, beating Nigeria, beating Cameroon first, beat Nigeria, and went on to beat Jamaica in the Intercontinental playoff. So at the moment, I can tell you that about 23 players are in camp. Michel Alozie and Ijimliasu making it through, and reports earlier stated that there has been a bit of a flight delay for the likes of Deborah Abiodun and Gift Monday, and NFF, they worked too hard to ensure that they secured another ticket for them to make a move away from the United States and make it down to Casablanca in Morocco.
Well, I think the Super Falcons know what's at stake. They are the team to beat in this particular tournament. It's a pride to have, a national
team will be looking forward to beating them.
Yes, it's a pride to have a national female team that's like the Super Falcons. Imagine if the Super Eagles are like the Super Falcons. I think we should be playing the semi-final of the World Cup, just like Morocco played.
Let's start from somewhere.
Yeah,
let's make it through the quarterfinals first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know it has been extended now.
I didn't mean we can have that. But then again, I just want to say that Justin Maduka and his girls don't know what's at stake. My only concern was the fact that they didn't have so much preparatory matches, which is something we were.
They had a friendly game they organized with Ghana, but some reason Ghana pulled out from that friendly game.
So again, what helps a team to do well and go far in the tournament is how well they are prepared, technically, tactically, emotionally, and otherwise. If the Nigerian Football Federation and Nigeria Sports Commission, those who are in charge, if they provide these girls with the necessary logistics, I know they have the ability to deliver. The only thing that can stop them from delivering is when the logistics are not there. So I just want to wish them all the best. I'm looking at mission, 11 title. It is possible. It's a familiar terrain. We won there 2 years ago. So I mean, it's
for not me, I'm looking at the World Cup.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm looking at the World Cup. Yes, if we win the WAFCON, fine and good. But first off, may they reach semi-finals.
No, hear this from me. They talk calm. They never start the competition. So go say I don't watch first match before I play it.
Probably you sleep, you dream them. You don't see them.
I know the dream.
You know the dream.
If I dream, before I go wake up, I forget them.
Okay, you know be Joseph the dreamer.
I know be Joseph. but by clear instinct, you understand? They will get to the semi-finals. The Super Falcons of Nigeria will get to the semi-finals. It will be difficult. I'm not saying it because I'm from Nigeria or whatever. It's because when they make up their mind, when the things are there, when the chips are down.
Another danger that NFF need to consider is things are getting serious in the women's game. As they're expanding the women's tournament formats.
Yes.
Definitely there'll be Cape Verdeans are coming through. The Blue Sharks of Cape Verde are coming through. They are one of the debutants at the WAFCON. Definitely, Tanzania, one of the debutants at the WAFCON, and I can tell you that they now have complete 4 groups that will be qualifying, and it's no longer going to be direct. You can understand that before going into the World Cup, once you are done with the group stage, you go into
one more match, final.
You understand? But right now, there's a round of 32. Before you get into round of 16, get into quarterfinals, and it's expanded. And then a certain man coming from the CONMEBOL Federation, looking at the fact that he wants the World Cup to be expanded to mark the centenary tournament for the World Cup. He want me to expand them already
to 64.
To 64.
Yes.
You understand? So the more they expand it, the more difficult it is. With the complaints in Nigeria, back to back, they never make out to the World Cup. The more you expand it, the more you meet more teams that would cause you more harm than good.
And most times, very small teams, like what the Super Eagles passed through in African qualifier. We were with Zimbabwe, Benin Republic, what team be their name? Lesotho. These were the teams we were with. So that nobody would think that you're joking.
Super Falcons will also meet the same fate.
Yes, and they couldn't qualify. You're right.
How long are we going to say, okay, let's give them friendlies, let's prepare them? Or are we just going to bank upon the fact that we know they can do it? They can do it.
But again, that's a very dangerous, like you said, that's a very dangerous idea, thinking that because we did it yesterday, it can always be possible. You've said it all. Other countries of Africa, they are not happy. Nobody wants to sit down there and be watching you be winning it as if it's your best right.
Brazil.
So they are not happy. They are not like. Thank you very much. The Brazils of this world were outside out of this last World Cup by a Norway that we've not seen in the World Cup for how many years? But they were ousted. That is what it is. People are becoming very serious with their game, and the best way to be serious is to be prepared.
The best way to be serious is to be prepared. According to man we sabi, when I tell on now wisdom is profitable to how do you put that again?
Direct.
You see now why they call about we sabi?
You just worry yourself. Don't be Bible, you no go church.
You finish and for me. Now what I want. I'm satisfied. I am filled. So quickly going through a rundown of certain news stories. Like I told you earlier, Nigeria's under 20 national team, the Flying Eagles, they have commenced preparations for the 2026 WAFU under 20 championship following their arrival in Yamoussoukro, Côte d'Ivoire. They are 7-time African champions. They departed Abuja yesterday, and they arrived at the Ivorian capital yesterday as well. So after a brief rest, the squad held their first training session. They've already begin to prepare and going through to the fact that they're intensifying their preparations ahead of the regional tournament. Remember, it comes from the regional tournament before they get into the under 20 African Cup of Nations. And also when you go down to the under 20 African Cup of Nations, these players, this team is also the most successful team in the under 20 African Cup of Nations. And then they have a new manager actually who is leading this team coming up from the under 17. He has experience with the under 17, and he is going over to the under 20 to see what he can do, what magic can he actually conquer. Talking about Abdul Mekaba. Abdul Mekaba is looking forward to changing this team, changing the dynamics of this team, and also not just looking at making it through the WAFU, going into the AFCON, at least winning it another time. I believe since 2023, 2022, I believe they've not won the under 20 AFCON. And going into the under 20 World Cup, they've made it to the finals twice, but they are yet to win it. And they are the going into the youth category, under 20 category. They are the most successful team in the under 20 category in the African terrain. But yeah, the most successful team in the under 20 category have not actually won the under 20 World Cup.
Yeah, because I think the best campaign for us was in 2005 when John Mikel Obi and co got to the final, and they were beaten by this same Lionel Messi. So most of you know that this guy, nobody today where he start to do all this.
So you don't win World Cup already.
Yeah,
come win on that one.
Yes, under 20, they won it. That was in Netherlands 2005. Although there was so many orography, I don't want to talk about now in that final. But
so you don't start since then.
You don't know today.
Okay.
But then, that was the best tournament we had. The day of Taye Taiwo, Mikel Obi, John Mikel Obi, Taka. I think I can remember their names now. But then I think that was the best we went. But you see, that time Nigerian football was more serious than today, because I believe the seriousness of a country shows in their results, right? Mm-hmm. When the results are there, that's when you know they are serious. We were better, but from that particular time, going forward till now, we've been a shadow of ourselves at the international level. Like you said, in Africa
from
we've been doing well.
From under 17 to under 20.
We've been a shadow of ourselves, and it pains. You understand? Now, look at this funny thing. Countries like Morocco, that were nowhere in that 2005 when Nigeria were able to make it, becoming the first African country to get to the final of the Under 20 World Cup. Morocco have gone ahead to win it. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. While we are still thinking of how we managed in the past, Morocco went ahead to win it. And look at the Under 20, very fantastic team. They beat Brazil and other big countries along the line. So what it means is that when we talk about the age grade football, because the truth of the matter is, for all these countries that are doing well, go and check now. Can't you?
There's a track record.
Can you see people do not know that when the current Spanish coach won the Under 20, he did it with Unai Simon at the goal mouth.
He has a couple of them.
Yes, a
couple of the young players who are with them.
Yes.
But Lamine Yamal was not actually
he was not even among the
he was not
But what will shock you that a couple of these, in fact, the key players of this particular,
you can see a particular. They climb.
Do you understand what I'm saying now?
My Kepa now, where they don't give this work. Under 17, waiting you mean we under 17.
Okay.
You understand? Going into under 20, what are they? Yes, he had a couple of stints, managed several prestigious clubs in the Nigerian Premier Football League, but did he win the NPFL?
No. I don't think so. If he did, if he did. What's the progress?
What's the progress? And also, when it comes down to what's the benchmark? What's the line that you're drawing to say, okay, this is why we appointed Mika? But you understand?
Maybe from here now he can go to there.
Is it because he has been in the youth setup under 17? Let's bring in someone who is in the youth setup and everything. But
you see, so now look again. Do you know he's not only in that Spanish team, the Moroccan team? They are the first African country to go back to quarter final. It's not a child's play. The man who is also coaching them now was also a coach of the Under 20, who is also transition.
They are moving from one place to another
in a consistent, well-planned, well-articulated route. That's how to get to success in football. From what I have observed as a sports, journalist and somebody who follow this game, the truth of the matter is that no victory now is coming by. Victories are no longer coming by guesswork. You understand? Like by fluke. Even if you have fluke now, it will be clear that it's a fluke. You have to work. Work very hard to show it.
Morocco that we are talking about today. Now state away they pump money, they pump money for infrastructure. Okay. Now everything, even FIFA, everything by 2027 when they'll start discussing about FIFA election, general elections. Now for Morocco they won't do a
Yes.
Now for Morocco.
Yes, sir.
But all we are saying is if you're going down there, put in the work and ensure that there is progress done. And also for those that are appointing, you need to do due diligence. What is the statistics that the manager is coming through? Does he have a track record of working with the youth? And working with the youth, how much progress did he actually make where he was before getting to where he is? But ultimately, we are just wishing them success as they are going through to the WAFU B competition. And definitely, they are aiming to secure a spot in the Africa Under 20 Cup of Nations.
Which will also serve as the World Cup qualifier.
World Cup qualifiers going into 2027. A lot is at stake. So going into how things have come through, we're talking about FIFA and also looking at next year's election. LaLiga President Javier Tebas said that FIFA President Gianni Infantino should resign. He went on to accuse the governing body of destroying the football industry. In talk, say the way they expand the World Cup, say it affects league football, it affect club business. So in his opinion, in talk say yes, in believe say Infantino time it don't come, main commot. Say as things be, he also admitted that as things be, he no one main stay, but the current state of affairs means he won't leave because almost every federation around the world don't endorse and say Infantino can't get so. Money, JJ, Mona, Lala, Infantino, can get. So you understand. So at the end of the day, you also have to give him kudos based off on the expansion is also bringing in profit for teams that are playing as well.
Yes, Javier Tebas, sir. You know me, my own opinion, I'd always stick to him. I know if the only reason why you want Infantino to resign is because of the expansion, the answer is no. Because if there was no expansion, maybe a country like Cape Verde that gave us joy in this tournament.
He says at the expense of domestic leagues and
so his concern is Spanish La Liga's growth, not the growth of football around the world. Bro, that one is selfishness. Man, calm down.
Everybody, the same man is naturally selfish. So everybody go talk for where in mouths they. Also Chukan for where in pockets they. So you understand. Remember, we are live on Facebook. And also remember that this is Echo Sports right here on the Echo 100.7 FM. We are the Fresh Sports people. With me, myself, and I, Noble Chigos Rim, Noble the Sports Chef, and the man with Sabi Kachi Wan Go KNO.
Yes, Sports. Yes, so we're there here, Giduba.
So before we open the phone lines, I can tell you that Marcus Rashford is set to join Manchester United's pre-season tour in Dublin. Remember, Manchester United, they've already lost to Wrexham, their first pre-season game. And then they are opening the door. They are opening the door to Marcus Rashford. They tell him, say, you can come back, no wahala. Ipswich Town have completed a £20 million signing of Ghanaian winger Abdul Fattah Ishaku. He was formerly with Leicester City, and he is making a move back to the Premier League. Aston Villa reportedly they are in talks to sign Chelsea winger Alejandro Garnacho from Manchester United to Chelsea. Now he don't enter Aston Villa. Al Hilal reportedly they've agreed a €80 million deal to sign Silencio Somerville from West Ham. And also reports have it that yes, and also reports have it that Manchester United are getting closer to get Manu Kone from Roma. Would that be a good move with how things are going?
Yes, definitely. I think if you watch Manu Kone in this World Cup, you agree with me that any club that gets him on now is definitely getting in a good defensive midfielder who is very combative and very, 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 very good with his feet. So if Man U are going for Kone, it's a good move for me. Mm-hmm. All right. It's time for us to open the phone line so that you can be part of the conversation. 0911 20022. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. That is 0707 454 1014. We can also accept your message on WhatsApp on the number 0707 491 3438. We are live also on Facebook on Echo FM 100.7. You can be part of the conversation.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Kachi and Noble.
Good evening, my brother. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Sunday who calls from Christchurch.
Sunday, you're welcome this Tuesday.
Yes, quickly, I think Ghana have won that under 20. I think they've won it.
Yes, Ghana have won it. Morocco won.
Yes, Ghana have won. Like you guys said, this WAFCON, you go hard though, you go hard. Even though I see our Super Falcons going far, I just want them to stay focused and, not go for a one-man show. Let them just, the way the Spanish play, I think it's an eye-opener to other countries that when you play collectively, you win. As a group, and I just hope our Super Falcons can play as a team and not an individual game. Thank you, gentlemen. That's my take for this.
Thank you, Sunday. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Going over to WhatsApp, we have a message coming through. This is a message coming in from. This should be Patience. Yes.
Patience.
Good evening, Sports Chef and Man Wisabi. Good evening, Patience. Is it true that Arsenal don't celebrate Chelsea and Trossard? We know of Trossard, say he don't be close to moving to Turkish league. You understand? But we are, I don't know where they get from your own news. Liverpool fan with the even like saying now you be.
I'm saying go ask us about Liverpool.
Even like saying now she be Fabrizio Lomano. You understand? Okay. My Falcons are going to bring that trophy home once again. I trust them than the Eagles. I have a lovely night rest, guys. Shalom to you too. Hello, good evening. Please do well to call back 0911 20022 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Hello, good evening.
I don't know, this sounds like your voice. Oh, Ezumo Korobia.
Good for you.
Good evening, Ezumo Korobia.
Please, can you move away from where you are? Just move around.
A bit.
Don't mind them.
Sorry.
Never mind them.
I think it's network problem.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, sir. This is TJ, sir.
TJ, you're welcome to the show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I want you to give me more information about any Barcelona signing.
Okay,
All
definitely. Right. If Barcelona makes a move, we'll let you know on that, TJ.
Yeah, there's a young boy Barcelona signed. There's an under 18 boy, Bisunu, a young boy they got. The boy is a massive talent. A young boy, Bisunu by
Up and coming talent too.
Yes, way back again. 18 years, I think. Now back again. I think that news is breaking today. But apart from that, I don't think we have. All right.
Okay, my brother. Going over to WhatsApp. This is a message coming in from Felix Wozo. Good. Okay, my brother, we day evening, no. But people are saying, see, day morning. If you go US, people are being followed for people we go watch World Cup. He said, good morning, catchy sports and novel. As usual, my name still remains Felix Wozo, testing from my humble community, Umar Himberry. I'm enjoying your show. Keep up the good work. As the World Cup have ended, I want to know if my darling club Arsenal is active in the transfer market and their preparations. Gunners for life, the pride of London. People are saying you forget saying that them be 2025, 2026 English Premier League champion. After 20 years, are easy. You understand? Thanks and do enjoy the rest of your evening ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah. Hello, good evening.
Nobu.
I greet you, my brother.
Kachi.
Personal person, welcome.
Now, good evening.
Good evening.
Now just on control.
You're welcome, Jones.
Now I want just to say one check now. No, welcome back.
Thank you, my brother. Welcome for you. You did God.
Yeah. But I wanna something now. Well, Chelsea don't sign any player.
Don't say Morgan Rogers.
Morgan Rogers.
Because I expect that guy there bad. If they fight for that one,
they have got to him for his big goal.
We go there happy that one. We go there happy.
All right. Brother. Yeah, I think you're right. You've seen that name already. We know about Karim Adeyemi for Barcelona signings. Karim Adeyemi from Dortmund.
But they've already said that he's coming.
We also know about Anthony Gordon from Newcastle United. That's clear. For Gordon, his own is 80 million. Then there's a development. Barca just got a boy known as Jesse Bisiu. 8.5 million agreement on 18-year-old Belgian winger from Club Brugge. The guy plays for Club Brugge, and of course, 20% sell-on clause is on that particular contract for Barcelona. But his name is Jesse Bisiu, who plays for Club Brugge. 8.5 million. Barca has gotten that guy. There's also Javi Castro, a 19-year-old defender, which they are signing from RCD Mallorca to reinforce their defensive line. That's coming from Julian Belletti. So they say the guy plays like Julian Belletti. You should know about their former player that acts like that way. So the truth of the matter is
Barcelona in business. So not be only Real Madrid the backup. But some people are saying that these last two players that they are ones for the future. Understand? Bisiu and the defender. So I can also tell you that Vinicius Junior, as Real Madrid are improving how they look on the field of play. Vinicius Junior went to improve his look. You understand? The talk say, if like say, waiting they tell him where you don't enter and where.
Yeah,
so
the issue of
he go do cosmetic chin procedure. Vinicius Junior now looks very different.
He looks his jawline now.
You talk say he look fine.
Sorry, okay.
Your opinion is free. That's what the opinion is free. So I can also give you more updates concerning transfers. But let's see who is green us at this moment. So this is coming through. Good evening, bro. I'm Amuronye na Mbano from World Bank. Any updates from Chelsea? Nothing for now concerning Chelsea, but I can tell you that if Chelsea should make a move, it seems like they are worried that Enzo Fernandez may be leaving. Yes, Real Madrid don't talk, say they don't come on hand for Enzo Fernandez, but Chelsea, they are worried. Aston Villa, like we told you, they actually are in the race for Somerville, but it's looking likely that West Ham they've agreed a deal with Al Hilal, but let's see where he's going to get through. We told you.
Christian Somerville going to well, of course, the Saudi League is a big league now. People are playing there and still playing the World Cup for their different countries. So
you understand. So Manchester United are leading the race, like we told you, to sign Roman midfielder Manu Kone, as reports are coming from France. Having that the French international is also attracting stronger transfer interest from Arsenal, with both Premier League clubs battling for the 25-year-old. Arsenal have revived their interest in Athletic Club winger Nico Williams following Spain's World Cup triumph. And also looking at Barcelona. Barcelona are set to hold transfer talks with Ferran Torres over his future. As reports from Spain have it that the Spanish forward who could make a move away from the Spanish giant.
I mean, Baka will let him go with that fantastic goal he scored for Spain in the final. Baka will still believe that the young guy.
Okay, so this is what we'll be calling it a wrap for today's program on Echo Sports. My name remains Nobo the sports chef, the Fox in the box, and I'm saying buenas noches.
And I'm Kachi Sports saying Hakuna Matata.
Echo FM.